What's up, nerds? Welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 67. I am Sean. I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
What's up, guys? This week's Omni4Game recap. We go over our locals as always. We hit our weekly reveals, comment questions, and then we hit some food hot takes. So if you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
All right. First topic, locals recap. I believe Chris is going first.
Oh
yeah, I got okay. You went first last week, Brandon.
No, there's no evidence for that.
I got fourth place last.
Sean went first because he wasn't there.
Technically, yes, I did go first last week.
I got fourth last night. I was playing Royal Knights. I just wanted to bring something fun. I just really like the deck. I like the cards and whatnot. Anyways, I knew I probably wouldn't do too well with it. I went 2-1-1. Round one, I played against Sean, who was playing Agumon. Really poor matchup for me. There seems to be a lot of those if you play Royal Knights. He just rushes me down too fast for me to really do anything. I have to literally play into his cards, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Any deck that just puts out a 12k above or a 10k above body naturally every turn.
Mm-hmm.
The BT14 and BT15 megas, they're just sitting there like...
Well, even the Greymon, even the Secret Greymon was feasting on my cards, so like...
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's always massive.
Yeah, so I never got to sucky any of my cards under my King Drazel, so like... It was really bad.
I think at most, over the course of 2 games, you had 2 in there, and I think you purged one of them in there when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. They just need a new card that lets you grab from like trash or tuck from hand more frequently.
Yeah, it just needs to be retooled.
If you could get like a new option card that lets you tuck from trash, do you think it would be better? Or do you think you just need like almost like a tamer that lets you tuck from trash?
They need a new Drazel.
A memory setting tamer that lets you tuck from trash.
I think they need a new Drazel.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, round 2, I played against Grayson. Quickly got my confidence back. 2-0'd him. Even though, like, again, I think game 2 was pretty close. For how long he's been playing the game, he still just does silly little goofy things. Like, he probably, if he just stayed low to the ground and just rushed me down, he'd probably win. Especially with the deck he's playing. Like, at one point, if he wasn't so quick to just get rid of his Lopmons by swinging into my security, he could have allianced with them, you know, and was getting could have been getting multiple free checks. Omni-Monned him both games. Him Mega Gargoing my stuff also just doesn't matter because, you know, my Digimon leave the board the following turn.
They also don't Evo, so what's it going to do? Stop you from blasting?
Right. So, yeah, I got that 2-0. Round 3, playing against Will, who was playing Galaxy Mirage, pretty much Sean's exact list.
Besides the cards he does not own.
Yeah, like Hexplow.
He's still trying to figure out the deck, I think. He was doing a whole lot of smoke and mirrors without really getting very far. I believe we ended up tying. He honestly should have 2-0'd me, no problem.
That should be free, yeah.
Yeah. Game 2, game 2 I was gonna win, but I was always almost just there. You know what I mean? I'd be one memory off. And then round 4, I played against Dante, who was playing Vortex Warriors. That deck also was a little scary for me because I always have to have a Digimon on the board, which is you know, it has to hopefully survive a turn, which is what Vortex wants. They need you to be able to play into their strategy, and that's why that deck is
bad,
kind of just mid. Yeah. It's cool, the stuff it can do and whatnot. But you have to play into it, and any deck that requires your opponent to play into its strategy is just not very good. So my entire strategy is I have to have a Digimon on the board so the following turn it gets absorbed into King Drazel. and I have to sit there and hope that he can't. I swear to God, he can go up to like a 3 from a 6 for like nothing, like real quickie. Yeah. And then he's attacking into my stuff even when the memory's like passed over. So I'm lucky I even won that one. Game 3, I literally needed so much because we had like 4 minutes, and my deck requires time to set up and get my actual win condition. I needed so much to go right for me. I needed him to hit a Marcus out of my security so I didn't have to waste an entire turn playing it out. I needed to see all different Royal Knight names and for them to survive. And then I needed to see Omnimon to be able to kill him.
And literally all of your Sistermons had to survive and get their chip checks in.
Yeah, and the Sistermons had to survive and get their checks in. And all of that happened. It was so funny.
Me and Sean were watching, and Chris literally draws the Omnimon and just goes like this.
This one.
Little baby fist bump.
Because as soon as Jover, I'm like, this game's over. I've won. I won the whole match. I'm thinking we're gonna tie. A little fist bump. Because I ended up seeing like all different names of Royal Knights. His very first swing hit like a Marcus out of security. I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting here. The only piece I was missing was my Omnimon. So, and I had a Sistermon. I had drawn a couple cards, didn't see it, swung with it. It got a chip damage in. And then the following turn, I played another Sistermon, discard a card, draw 2 more, and draw the Omni, little fist bump. I'm like, it's over. I win next turn. Because there's literally nothing he could have done. So I'm clearing his board and then swinging through him for game. So yeah, I ended up getting 4th. I feasted on the decks I should have. Honestly, I shouldn't win any matchup, but I feasted on the ones I think I should have definitely beat. I think if me and Will would have gone to game 3, who knows how it would have gone. I think he's still just trying to figure out that deck. There's so many moving pieces in that. The free memory gain in that deck too is just kind of ridiculous.
It is.
It do be.
But a lot of times it just sits there and it looks like you're doing a whole lot of nothing.
Well,
just a whole lot. Even with like his bricked hands, he's like, "Alright, be bricked," and then he does a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, "Okay, you have like half your deck in your hand. You got everything you need in there."
Yeah, bricking in that deck means no rookie you can't play.
Yeah.
And no level 4 searcher.
So yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Bryn. No, Sean.
It's me next.
Damn, the disrespect.
So you deserve to be third.
I'm just used to you being,
so
on the bottom half.
I played Agubond. That won the members only vote for what I played this week. Round 1, I played against Royal Knights. That was extremely easy.
Some would say barely an inconvenience.
It wasn't even a match, man.
It was never close. No. It was very bad for him. Round 2, played against Demons. That's not necessarily a bad matchup.
And here's the big difference between the two decks.
Yeah. The difference between the two decks is if I remove his bodies, they still go into Drazel. Like, they'll still tuck something into Drazel. Or not Drazel, but Gate. But also he has access to way better stuff. Like Ruin Mode. Which normally I can play under Ruin Mode because the secret Greymon, like, I can just EVO that in Raising, and then like most of my rookies give me enough DP to where I can play minus 5k. However, he Ruin Moded me and I didn't have any of my Greymons in my hand, which is unfortunate. So he did that game 1, and that slowed me down just enough for him to be able to kill me before I killed him. And then game 2, I don't know if I would have won, but I wouldn't have just basically allowed him to kill me on his last turn. I misplayed and I popped his Beelzemon to pass turn, and that put his 7th name in the gate, so he just agooted me on his turn. I potentially could have won that game if I wasn't a potato. Hard to say. So I ended up dropping 0-2, and then round 3 played against Vortex Warrior. I was extremely close to losing game 1, firmly on the back of all 5 of his security being the best possible hits they could possibly be. On the first turn I promoted, I cleared his board of 2 dudes and checked 2 security, and the 2 security I checked were the security Digimon that plays a guy back, and then a scramble card that also plays a guy back, so he ended up with 2 bodies that he should not have had. And then the next time I checked his security, I was choking him to 1, and I think I just checked 1 card this time, maybe it was 2. And the first check was a memory setter. So choking him to 1 didn't matter, and then he just goes to 5 because he already has like a bunch of the Shotos out. And then I think the last 2 checks were like an agility training and a memory boost, if I'm not mistaken. But they were just all good hits. And all
value for days.
Yeah, all really bad timing for me too. Because if he doesn't get 2 free bodies on the first time I check 2 security, I just steamroll him that game. But those 2 extra bodies let him like establish another guy and then attack over the guy I had on the field, whereas otherwise he would have had to reset in the raising area. So I ended up winning that, thankfully. That was extremely close. I think he got me to 0 security. Game 2, I actually lost because I have no experience playing versus that deck. I've never played against it before. I only vaguely remember what their stuff does. I should have deleted one of his bodies to pass turn. But I was like, I don't think he can kill me from this point, because I think I had like 4 security.
I got turned around in one of my games against him because of that level 5. He like activated its effect, so when it suspends, it gets like immunity, and I thought it was like immunity for like both of our turns, but then I had to re-ask him, like, so wait, he has immunity? Like, he's like, no, only like when he sees something suspend. So I'm like, okay, so it's not for both players' turn? He's like, no, just my turn, or your turn if something's suspended, and whatever. I'm like, oh, that's just kind of bad.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
Yeah, basically, its immunity is like Rapidmon, if Rapidmon, instead of just being an on-play, was when something becomes suspended.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had 4 security, but he went into the 2-check mega and Vortex threw my guy and gained memory to keep turn, and then swung for 2 more checks and then killed me with the guy that I left on the field that I should not have, but I didn't realize he could kill me from that threshold. And then I won game 3 pretty easily because I had a good start and his security wasn't just straight gas, which was nice. And then round 4, I got double paired down. I was 3-0 going into, or not 3-0, 2-1 going into round 4. And I got paired versus someone who was winless. It's unfortunate due to all the other pairings. It was bunnies.
Basically, the reason he got double down paired is because we had 2 people who had shown up for the very first time and they couldn't stay very long. They had to leave before round 3 started. So both of those people dropping out of the tournament actually forced Sean to have no appropriate matchups, and it double down paired him.
Which absolutely smoked my tiebreakers.
Which will come up in a second.
Yeah. It was bunnies.
Wait, why couldn't he play against you, Brandon?
Because Brandon was playing against someone.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I would have sat there and like hit repair, it probably would have forced us to play in one of these situations, but I'm not going to sit there and hit repair 5 times.
Someone would have gotten double down paired.
Yeah. It just happened to be Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Grayson playing bunnies. He's still not super comfortable with that deck, and also he doesn't have any cherubs. I think he has 1 Rapid X, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
He actually saw it, I think, game 2. It cleared a body, and then I Death X'd him for 2 memory on my turn and got rid of it.
Yeah, we were on the drive home, and he was like, yeah, I gotta play Rapid X. And then he Death X'd it.
Yep.
Yeah, I went into that matchup knowing I was like, hopefully I can dig into Death X if he ever gets like a bunch of his tamers and stuff on the field. And game 2, I saw it the turn after he established. It was Starter Deck Rapid, Rapid X, and then he had 4 tamers on the field. And I was like, I drew it off of an Evo, and I was like, cool. Go to 1. Kill that guy, de-Evo that guy. It was never really close. He doesn't know when to be aggressive or passive. He just is not comfortable with the play lines of the deck. Also, I feel like he thought I was baiting him into Mega Gargoing me because I was fairly I'm pretty sure at one point he searched it, but he never aced into it.
He's gone the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, which I actually, every time I swung into him, I was hoping he would do it. But it was kind of...
Did he not have the rapid protection?
He did at one point, yeah. The one time that he had the rapid protection, though, he didn't have the Mega Gargo in his hand. And that was when I lethaled him. I had 5 guys on the field, which never happens in my deck, but that just tells you how the games went. Right. And I was like, oh, cool. He can't keep me from going into a War Greymon if he blasts me here, so I'm just going to swing. And if he does it, cool, I'm going to War Greymon into him and then get extra memory.
Yeah, there's only so many cards he can stop from digivolving.
Yeah. But yeah, he never took the bait, because anytime I swung into him, I was hoping he would do it because I had a plan to get rid of it. But yeah, I ended up winning 2-0 pretty easily. That deck is not super awesome, and it's also not max power like it should be. And
it's not fully optimally built.
Yeah, it came in 3rd, unfortunately, due to tiebreakers because I got double down paired round 4.
Yeah, feels bad. So I got 2nd. I got Sean by 0.2%. So round 1, I played against Will, playing Galaxy Mirage. I got that 2-1, or 2-0, I mean. So game 1, I low-end bricked, but managed to bring it back just purely because he is inexperienced with the deck. Me and Sean kind of noticed it in the moment because he had searched the card that I'm about to reference, so I knew he had it in his hand. He swung with Mirage and then evoed into Bond instead of evoing into Bond and then swinging with Bond twice. So I had one more security than I should have, because if the Bond has jamming, it's going to survive all its checks, and it's just free. So I'm pretty sure that cost him game 1. I'm pretty sure it mattered. It had to have. Game 2, we both bricked, but I was able to stabilize faster and kill him through it. I can't remember if it was game 1 or game 2. It might have been game 2. I didn't misplay, and I caught it. I had scrambled a Gabumon out and promoted a Gabumon, and I Ancient Guard both of them. So Lobo, Ancient for both. And I swung with both. The last one was lethal, but obviously that card couldn't swing. And after I caught it, I was like, oh, sorry, because I'm at 8 memory. So either A, I just hard play a War Grey for 8, DNA into Omni, swing for game, or B, I hard play Matt Tai, which I had in hand, hard play War Grey, end of turn DNA swing. So I showed him that too, and I was like, I had all this, sorry, but you were dead either way. I just need to remember that scrambles happen at start of turn. Round 2 was a nothing round, because I unfortunately played against one of the people who had never been here before, and they were very clearly very new to the game. He was playing basically 2 Vortex starter decks just splashed together. It might have even been 2, it might have just been 1, just given what some of the card choices were. So yeah, it was just kind of a nothing game. He's obviously very new to the game, doesn't really know what's going on, and I'm playing a really degenerate deck. So round 3, I played against Ben, playing 7 Great Demon Lords. Lost that 0-2. He plays 3 Digimon Emperors, so of course, both game 1 and 2, he sees multiple of them very early. So he's already kind of shutting me out of the game there. And because his deck has so much Tamer hate, he can keep me shut out of the game. Because, like, I actively went out of my way to play my memory setter as early as possible if I saw it. But he can just kill it with, like, his Lucemons, his Levias. Like, he has so many ways to... the Millennia guy, Moon. Is it Moon or is it Seed?
No, it's Moon.
It's Moon? Okay, yeah. So, he ends up, like... Now, Ben, we've talked about Ben. He's got that bad habit of saying, oh, but you almost did this. You almost won. You almost did this. You almost did this. He almost doesn't win. All right, you either win or you don't win. There's no almost winning.
Good tie.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from, but, like...
I don't.
He does hit me with that.
I don't get where he's coming from. I never say that to people.
So yeah, he considerably slows me down both games just by having the Digimon Emperors to a crawl for me, basically. So I'm relying on Scrambles and Miraculous Mega to be able to play dudes out, but then I can't swing with those dudes. So anytime I am promoting,
I might just start
at 0 memory.
I might just start doing what y'all do and just tech for locals. Every deck's gonna have 4 Digimon Emperors just for you, Brandon.
If you
just
do, I'm ripping every copy we have.
You should build your deck based on your meta, which is locals for you.
Yeah, no, just for you, Brandon.
Yeah. So since the game was so slow, he was just able to like Omega set up. Like the fact he was able to moon me, funny. And I had like, because the thing about that card is it leaves you with 5 cards. Yeah, he did it to me twice. Because I had to Ancient Garo it back to hand, otherwise like.
I was wondering how you got it on the field a second time. I thought he callinged it back.
I couldn't delete it.
Oh no!
I didn't have
this card is hurting me. Do it again.
Yeah. I didn't have a way to delete it. Because I didn't have a way to go into Omnimon.
You know, if you leave it on the field, it gets deleted at the start of his turn, right?
Yeah, but he had the pick it back up card anyway.
I don't know if that's the case.
He milled it off the Beals that he just played.
He can't add that card back.
Yeah, you can't add that.
Oh, you mean rivals? You mean rivals? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about calling.
No,
I was like, that means he doesn't have it.
Yeah, he definitely had the calling too, which ticked me off. Because of course he sees the one up. Because he's sitting there like thinking through his play, and I was like, he has the one up calling. Digs through his hand and just goes. I'm like, yeah, okay. But like having only 5 cards in your hand in that deck is super super bad. Because you want to keep Omnimon, you want to keep Wargrey, you want to keep Metalga, you want to keep Lobo, and you want to keep Ancient.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5. So I have to sacrifice some of those pieces, and it's just like it's a bag of bad for me. So he does take that 2-0. Lost pretty hard. And then the final round, I played against Todd playing Tyrant again. The Metal Garu BT15 just really hurts that deck because it basically forces him to leave his board wide open. So the following turn I can just Omni him, and it's just gone. It's so funny, because every week I find something new to confound him with. This week I had 2 BT6 mats on the board, and I had like 4 or 5 memory. So I Analog Youth, and I reveal Kori Kakumon, and he has 1 security left. So I just bring my Mat Sora up, Kori Kaku, swing through his last check, and then I hit him with the Louis promote. It goes 3 on his side. I go, these are not once per turn. Matt, gain a memory, draw a card. Matt, gain a memory, draw a card. Louis, since I promoted, tap, gain a memory, swing with Gabumon. And he was like, how does that work? And I was just like, you didn't play against Numamon when they were at their peak.
No, he didn't play in BT6, I guess. Well, I guess the fact that it's not once per turn would never come up.
Yeah, the Louis is what enables all that. It's the reason he's hit to 1.
Yep.
Yeah, they clearly were not expecting that to be possible with Matt and Ty when those cards came out.
No. That's like, yeah, Yeah, it's like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I could bring this up every week. It's like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! Where old-fashioned, they didn't print once per turn on cards. And that ended up becoming a very detrimental, very bad thing. And you started seeing all these modern-day cards say once per turn and only once per turn. To make
Hard once per turn.
Hard once per turns. So I feel like if these cards would have been printed nowadays, it would say once per turn.
Yeah. But when you print that card in BT6, you have no way of even knowing that someone can promote twice in one turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, game 2, it was the exact same kind of thing. I had the Omni lock set up. He had a guy coming out of raising, and I'd give him like 5 memory because my Wargrain Demelga play. Maybe it was something. He essentially builds up to a Grand Kuwaga Ace and has the option to swing or not swing. But either way he chose, I Omnimon him and just win. So he was literally locked out. Because if he doesn't swing, I just DNA start of turn. Or not start of turn, you know what I'm saying. I just DNA during my turn and then clear his board.
Yeah.
If he does swing, I blast DNA, clear his board, and go to 8 memory anyway because he had a Grand Kuwaga and a Mega Kabuteri Ace. So I was getting 7 overflow.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything about it.
No, it was unfortunate. Just like, hey, the game's over, and like I just alter bead for his last 3 security and just to make sure it was ultra safe. I didn't hit an option card or something. Yeah, that was my rounds. Went 3-1.
Sounds like you made it favorable for yourself in that last round. I don't know.
Listen, I just hit the button, man.
How
You
many
guys are
times did
very
you hit
welcome.
the
to
button?
How
press
many-
buttons in my place?
How many times? That's the question.
The singular one time.
I would have liked to have played against something competitive round 4. It would have been cool.
Yeah, I was legitimately like, oh man, I hope me and Sean play against each other in the next round. It's going to be 2 aggro decks. The round's going to take like 15 minutes.
If that.
If that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw who I got paired against, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Todd's also like X1 at this point. And then I looked, I was like, where'd Sean get paired? Oh, just at the very bottom, and I was like, why did it pair him there? And I looked through it, I just made sure, I was like, that doesn't seem right. I looked through it, and I was like, oh, that was the only pairing.
I got screwed so hard. I should have played against Will.
I think Will had a draw.
That's
Putting him at 4
better than
points.
0 points.
Well, because I think Chris had a draw, but you had already played against him.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson had...
Who played against
0
Will?
points. Will had the draw. I don't know, man. I just do it.
Ben.
He played against Ben.
Damn you,
Yeah,
Ben.
he played against Ben. Yeah, because Ben had already played against me and Todd.
And remember that's when Will basically gave him the win without even trying.
Yeah, I saw Ben get
Yeah.
up like 10 minutes into the round and circle his name, and I was like, how the hell are you done already? You're playing demons. And then Will was like,
Yeah,
I gave
Will didn't even try.
Yeah, Will,
Like,
I didn't
Ben-
listen to this. For somebody who likes to win, you sure as hell also like to quit.
Ben told Will, hey, this is a bad matchup for you, I think. And then Will's like, it is? Okay, I give up. And it's like, alright.
Alright, bye.
You could at least try. Like, jeez Louise.
I should just say that before he sits down every week. Hey, this is a bad matchup for you. I just want you to know. Do you want to scoop now?
Yeah.
Do you want to just give me a freebie?
Do you want to just take the time in this round and just hang out? Also,
So then they swapped decks.
Yeah, they swapped decks, and then Ben won with his deck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a super bad matchup because you do have access to like bouncing and stuff like that to try to keep his trash from being full.
I wouldn't say it's 90-10 like Ben said it was.
I would say it's closer to like 75-25.
Yeah, I don't think
Demon
it's...
Lords needs to actually see the appropriate level 6s to deal with their stuff.
Yeah, you need to see Ryugamon in matchups like that. Like, any purple matchup, you want to see that card. Like, if I built it again, or played it again, I should say, I might bump that card up to 3. just to see
Really?
it consistently versus the matchups you need it versus. It's the best card to go into if your opponent has a lot of removal in their deck. Because it's just like, cool, I'm going to float in another guy, I don't care.
And my guy usually has an on-play that is detrimental to you, so eat a bag.
Yeah. It's either Huankun, Zudo Ace, or Cressamon.
Yeah. Zudo Ace obviously being the optimal one.
Yeah. Me and Ben had enough time to play one game extra, and I pulled out my Angels deck. And we got to a point where...
You know that matchup's too well. When I come over there and I see a Digimon on the board with no sources, and I'm like, come on.
Ends at 10 memory.
Yeah. So
I dommed out an Angelwomon like the old-fashioned way at the beginning of the game, and he Beelsed to de-evo it to pass turn, because I had like choked him to 1 when I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, cool. Here's 10 memory. I'm just gonna play another Dom. Your turn. And then I had another Angelwomon on the field. And once I had 2 Angelwomons in the Dom on the field, I had like 5 security at the start of his turn. And I was like, Ben, this is over. Like, you cannot win from this point. And he's like, let me figure it out. And I'm like, okay, dude. Okay. We've been in this position before. I know you can't win.
There are literally no cards in that deck that can answer a Digimon with no sources, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we talked about it, and basically the only thing he could do is double ruin mode just to clear the Angelwomons.
Yeah, he would have to ruin mode and then calling the ruin mode to pop it on his turn to double 5k me. And even then, if I have more Angelwomons on my turn, then I can just play out. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And I had every single ace in my hand, which I showed him. And I'm like, you cannot win. Even if you Aguda me, you lose. Your guy is dead when you swing.
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
You get nothing.
Yeah, he thought about it for quite a while. And then he never Aguda'd me and I actually just killed him on one of my turns, like after time was called for that round. Yeah. That matchup's like a 95-5. Feels good, man. Also, we have a Discord now, so if you're interested in joining that, link for that will be in the pinned comment below. Weekly reveals. So more Examon stuff. Seems okay. Wingdramon. On play / when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. All turns this Digimon is also treated as a level 6 Slayer Digimon for Examon's DNA Digivolution. Inheritable security attack +1.
Okay.
The all turns and the inheritable are really good. The on play when Digivolving is kind of bad.
It's because it's red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The red part is the bad part.
Groundramon. On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. All turns, this Digimon is also treated as a level 6 Breakdramon for Examon's DNA Digivolution. Inheritable all turns, once per turn when Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security card.
This card definitely leans more towards green than it does red.
There's no red effect on this. It's just strictly green.
Yeah.
I think this would have
more because I like the stun effect.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of problem-solving text that the cards like the Galaxy cards would have had, where it's like, hey, you can specifically only use this for the Examon DNA. You know, like, it's like, hey, this is treated as this level 6, but only for this.
Only this.
Yeah, like, imagine the Galaxy card said that. Like, you can only Digivolve into this.
Imagine.
Imagine
dragons.
Imagine.
Then we have Examon Ace.
Keywords the cards.
Yes, quite a few on here. So he can Evo on top of blue, green, or red for 5 memory, or he can DNA on green and blue, level 6s for 0, or he can blast DNA on Breakdramon with Slayerdramon or vice versa in your hand. Has Raid, Piercing, Blocker, and Evade.
Oh god.
When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, return all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP to the bottom of the deck. All turns, once per turn, when any Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend.
Okay.
See, we're
That's kinda
doing a great
great.
job with our translation team already. That should have an S on it.
This card's gonna be a real pain to get off the board, ain't it?
Yeah.
No.
So the issue with this, and by issue I mean why it's so good, is if you just go into the OG Examon to play out a Slayer, you can just force your opponent to attack at the start of their main phase, and then you can just ace into this guy.
Yeah.
I remember Examon was one of the first decks to give taunt.
Yeah, it was. It was one of the first decks that could let you force your opponent to attack at the start of their main phase. It was pretty stupid too, because a lot of decks just kind of lost to that.
Also, wasn't it a start of your opponent's main phase effect, so you could even get the guys that were promoting out?
Yes, that's what made it so annoying. Yeah, you can't dodge it by just not having something in the battle area.
Yeah, there was no avoiding it.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty stupid. Obviously, you can play this in Royal Knights. Raid, piercing, blocker, evade. So dumb.
Yeah. He doesn't have any, like, on players like that. Wind things only when DNAing, but it's still good. You have 4 keywords to work with.
Yeah. You can just purge this guy out and just swing through one of their guys.
Yeah.
And then swing again through one of their guys.
And then swing again.
Again.
I think if the problem with this deck is obviously going to be like
it's very peaceful.
Yeah, the problem with Examon in general is like it's never been Examon himself. Like the card's always been really good. It's unlike like Pyldramon or Imperial and all that, where it's like it's so quick and easy to get to your pieces, and it's like more low to the ground. Like, because you're just trying to get to your level 5, which means you just need your 2 level 4s. With this, it's like I need 2 level 4s, 2 level 5s, potentially my 2 level 6s. You know.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for them, they did have a little bit of support coming out, trickling over the days. Like, we've had the new promos. We've gotten the, what is the Jade memory boost? Is that the green one?
I think that's the one, yeah. So this deck obviously plays for Jade memory boost.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad that they did. Like, they've added red to this, but I'm glad they kept most of the cards with blue and green, so you can still play Davis. And like Brandon said, you can play the Jade. So it's like you have a bunch of cards that help search your pieces now. So
it will definitely be more consistent than it has in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shoot, I might throw this together. We'll throw together OG Examon now that we have Jade and
You could potentially play scrambles too. Like I think you have enough of the low end to just play the low end blue guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty sure they're all only blue anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember them having any green level 3s.
One of them's a dual color.
One of them's 2 colors.
Yeah, right.
But some of the level 4s are green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to like reduce your Evo by doing that, but just if your opponent like manages to clear your board, you can bring the level 3 out. The level 3, depending on which one it is, I think has the ability to warp itself to a 5, and then you can DNA from there. It's something like that. There are play lines now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might be worth looking into. I have the whole deck core just sitting in one of our boxes.
Then we have the Alt Art Hina, really cute card.
Adorable.
Already know that card kind of is not what it should have been.
Not what we were hoping.
Yeah. Solarmon has blocker and a reboot as an inheritable.
All right, that's like a BT5 looking card right there.
Yeah. Blentmon, on play / when evolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack players until the end of their turn. Inheritable reboot.
BT5 looking card.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it checks out for black. Still getting BT5 cards all the way in BT20.
True, and then
this card's adorable.
It's so pretty. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, it does look a little goofy, doesn't it?
I just mean like this, all of the words and colors on here. I'm just like, why is this so stupid? Pretty card though.
Why does it actually kind of blow?
Yeah.
All right, shut up, Brandon. Good cards on the screen.
Leomon. On play / when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. Inheritable is Barrier. I will point out this is a yellow vaccine.
Let's go, so it's good.
I will also point out this card is in no way, shape, or form a Leomon.
What?
Nope.
It's a lion.
It is not.
It's a lion. It's a Leo. It's a Leomon card. It's a lion.
It does not count as a Leomon card.
What?
So take your Leo sucking booty and get it out of here.
It is an Excel card.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Leomon deck. No.
I don't think it is.
Look at that mane.
This is also an Excel card. Does that look like a Leomon to you?
Nah, that looks like one of God's greatest creations.
Yeah.
Who dipped this bottom half of this chicken in green food dye?
Who was smoking acid when they came up with this?
It's so ugly.
Who color coded this thing?
Yeah, this is what Examon should look like.
No. I mean, if you look at the two Digimon that DNA into it, Examon makes no sense.
It should look like this. Like, this should be about what it looks like.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Cordramon? No, Breakdramon. Breakdramon's like a backhoe.
Machine.
Yeah, it's like a machine.
And Slayerdramon's like a man dragon.
Yeah.
How do you just get a normal looking like dragon dude out of that?
On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable Piercing. Also yellow vaccine.
Man, bad cards are bad.
Yeah. I wonder if people are going to play Emissary of Hope in this deck.
Oh, God.
Emissary
Man, they
of
really
Hope.
just said... They really said on this next card... They really just said put every Digimon on the card art.
We already know what this does.
Yeah. This is just a better look at it.
It is.
What the hell?
So that's Marine Angemon, Gomamon,
Lucio.
Metal Seedramon, Plecio.
And it looks like he's got a level 1 or 2 with him as well.
This guy?
Yeah. I want to say it's a level 1.
Yeah, it looks like it's one of those types.
Huh.
Quite a lot going on that card. And then we have the Heavy Metal Ace, although it was mistranslated. Uh-oh,
spaghetti.
dropping the ball already.
So we don't know what this card does?
We do. So, on play / when Digivolving, trash cards in your hand until it has 4 left, then play one 8,000 DP or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. For each card this effect's trashed, remove 2,000 DP from this effect's DP maximum. All turns, all of your Dark Dragon and Evil Dragon trait Digimon gain Rush and Blocker and get 2,000 DP. This translation does not say without paying the cost.
Oh, okay. That would have been bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty important stipulation there. It's like, what the hell's the point?
You know,
this card was so good until you said remove it for every card you discarded.
Well, yeah, of course, it's a heavy metal card.
I know, but like, I get that you want to have like a small hand, but like, I don't know. I just wish they wouldn't have put that on there. Just like, okay, discard this and then do it. Don't put a restriction on it.
If I had $1 for every time a set has an Examon in it, but also somehow has a large amount of mistranslations, I might have $2 depending on how the set goes.
Yeah, hopefully this gets fixed before it actually gets printed. That is disappointing though, that they're already dropping the ball. I feel like it's so simple. If someone just knows Japanese and also how card games work, they could successfully translate these cards with ease.
How do you accidentally leave 4 words off?
Yeah. So this card is good. However, this should not have been an ace because it's not really going to do a whole lot on your opponent's turn. Like you can play back to level 5 that potentially can pop something like 8k or lower, I think. But
but what if you're playing Mirage and they force you to draw a bunch of cards?
Yeah, that's true. But this guy is better suited at evoing into him proactively, which does not...
Yeah.
It makes no sense as an ace card. It's a good card.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't be an ace.
Yeah, we all know Mirage is still going to be alive and kicking by the time BT20 comes out.
I mean, if they listen to the player base, it should get banned/limited.
If they listened to us, we would have got Proto, Rivals, and what was the other card? Analog. Reprinted.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess we won't have it get limited. Bauhuck. Main, once per turn, you may play one Digimon card with Sistermon or Genkumon in its name from your hand, with the play cost reduced by 2. Inheritable, your turn, all of your Digimon get 1,000 DP.
That's not bad.
This just lets you play a Genku. This lets you play Genku X for like what, 10 memory?
The new Genku X, that's not an ace, is it?
I think it is an ace. Then Jesmon and Genku both have an ace.
I don't think the Genku X was an ace.
I'll scroll. I got it.
Let's see who gets there first. Nope.
Nope. Maybe we'll get like normal forms that are aces, but
maybe. Imagine
that's such a weird effect for a level 4.
Yeah, it is strange.
And like the worst part is
it's mostly going to be for the sister anyway.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the worst part is you can't even play the sister for free. It just reduces it by 2.
Yeah.
Okay, one's better than nothing. That's always been the problem, is you got to find a way to get these damn things out on the board.
Yeah. At least you can promote the level 4 and then still get the effect, since it's like main. It's not like when digivolving.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Then we have Savior Huckmon. On play / when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. End of your turn by suspending one of your other Digimon. This Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Jesmon in its name in the hand without paying the cost. Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon with the Royal Knight trait gains Alliance.
That's what this deck
What
needed.
the hell?
Surprising
it
it
needed.
took that long to give it Alliance.
We're just giving anything Alliance nowadays.
Yeah.
With this play line, you can already promote a level 4, play a Sistermon for 1 memory, Evo into this dude, Evo into the Jesmon, Alliance with the Sistermon.
Yeah, you're seeing it,
I'm
Brandon.
I'm assuming the Jesmon's going to also have Blitz. Because, I mean, most of the other ones do.
The starter deck Jesmon has Blitz. I think the new Jesmon X that they gave us attacks. I can't remember for sure though, because this lets you Evo into Jesmon X as well.
Yeah, he has a
GX. Jesmon GX with Alliance sounds deadly.
So I think that this still wouldn't be a 4-of in the deck because BT6 Savior is still so good.
Yeah.
But this probably just replaces the other Savior, the BT13 Savior.
The problem is I still don't think you have to play the Genkus to get protection. So it's still like, you kind of still have to establish multiple bodies to like have protection, right?
You don't have to establish multiple bodies.
Well, I meant just like the Jesmon and then like the Genku.
Yeah, I mean...
Play it off the level 4, duh.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The normal combo is you go Jesmon and then you go GX and you tuck the Genku, and that gives you the protection to your board.
That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, because Jesmon GX can tuck the Genku.
Then we have Perperial support, Red Vmon. Evil's on top of purple or red for 0. Your turn, when any of your purple Digimon are played, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the free trait in the hand with the Evo cost reduced by 1. Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon gets 2,000 DP.
That's just a good way to continue your Wombo combos.
Oh my god, dude. Do you know what this lets you do? I just realized. When your fighter mode from EX3 gets deleted, it plays the Vmon and the Wormmon back out. If you play this Vmon, it lets you full combo into another Perperial.
Do it again.
Hey, you want to see me do it again?
Yeah, only on your turn though, thank God. If this were just like an on play or just all turns or whatever.
Oh God.
Although I don't even know how that would work because you couldn't attack on your opponent's turn, but you could do everything
Unless unless they print a new level 5 that says when this card digivolves, it may attack.
Nah, you still couldn't attack. The rules of the game would keep you from being able to attack on your opponent's turn.
No, it says your opponent's turn. If this Digimon digivolved, it may attack.
That'd be so.
And it says in brackets. Screw the rules.
Yeah, the Dino Beamon would technically let you do that because it says give something security plus or whatever, or give something rush and then it may attack, but you still wouldn't be able to do it on your opponent's turn. This is pretty cool though. So you can just delete your Perperial fighter mode and then just full combo your opponent one more again, because why not?
Thanks, Bandai, for making a card in a deck that's the promo, a strict 4 of that you have to have. Show a little bit of support without a reprint. And then that card's like $60.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a new Shadramon that just hard replaces it.
There's no way in hell.
There's no way, but...
Nope. We need an alt art reprint of the Shadramon.
Oh yeah, that'll help. That'll definitely make the regular arts go down.
Well, if they do it as like a campaign rare in one of the new sets where you pull like a couple of those per box, like I think that would be a good idea. They should just do that with all the cards that need reprints. Is just campaign rare them in like the newest set. Wormmon, even on top of red or purple. On play, by trashing one card in your hand, give one of your opponent's Digimon on deletion, lose one memory until the end of their turn, inheritable as retail.
Well, so this one's god awful bad.
Yeah, definitely not as good.
Yeah, not as cool. Not as cool.
It doesn't help you wombo combo bad. Put it in the trash.
That is true. Yeah, put it in the trash because it's purple.
Also, if they do the campaign rares, put it in like an EX set so those sets can actually have some monetary value.
I mean, they've only done the campaign rares in 2 sets prior to this, and both of them were mainline sets.
Yeah.
A new Imperial Digimon fighter mode, Raid and Piercing. When digivolving, your opponent can't play Digimon or Tamers by effects until the end of their turn. Then if Imperial Digimon Dragon mode is in this Digimon's sources, trash your opponent's top security card. All turns, once per turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, delete one of their Digimon with as much or less TP as this Digimon.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm still rather playing the old one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on what the Dragon mode does. Maybe the Dragon mode will make this better.
This one just doesn't seem as aggressive. It seems more control-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old one straight up says ignore all security effects, full stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't it naturally have security attack +1?
No. It gets the extra check from, I think, the Pyojimon inheritable.
Okay.
Well, right. Ben always played red tie as well, so he got an extra check out of it.
You were forced to play the red ties, so you could actually like clear your opponent's security if you comboed them.
Right. Okay.
To the moon.
Yeah, I don't think this is very good because like if you're using the old Dragon mode or the OG Dragon mode, you're swinging through their only Digimon on the field anyway. So like the all turns effect would only come up on your opponent's like next turn if they happen to remove something.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but right now that's a little whelming. It's not overwhelming, it's not underwhelming, it's just whelming.
Yeah. Dimimera, level 2, inheritable. On deletion, you may return one Digimon card with the ghost trait from your trash to the hand.
Okay.
Ghostmon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one card with the ghost trait and one card with the liberator trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable on deletion, gain 1 memory.
Okay. Generic searcher for the ghost archetype.
What was that noise?
That was Chris being afraid of the ghost.
Yeah, it was a ghost.
Oh, okay. I didn't get the joke because it was dumb. Bakumon. When digivolving, if you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Violet and Boots from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable on deletion, gain 1 memory. This is why Violet and Boots is getting bought out.
Let's go!
Hey, we got those alt arts. Let's go.
The alt arts are like $55+ right now, by the way.
What?
List them right now.
Sean, I got 2 you can list.
I mean, I'd have to physically have them.
We'll bring them to you.
Okay.
I mean, he's about to go to Nats. I don't think that's a...
No, this supersedes that.
I'll list them. I'm gonna turn my store off whenever I go to Nats, but it's only like for the weekend. It'll be like for 3 days, 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
Then we have Huckmon. Start your main phase by trashing 1 card with Huckmon or Sistermon in its name, or the Royal Knight trait in your hand. Draw 1 and gain 1 memory. Inheritable your turn. All of your Digimon get 1,000 DP.
I like how it's a start of main. It's nice.
Yeah.
Means you can play scrambles in this deck. I mean, it would actually be pretty good.
There's no way to give yourself rush that we've seen.
Oh, fair.
Unless you, I guess, DNA into the GX.
The new GX.
Yeah, that'd be the only way to give yourself rush. Sort of.
They print a new system on all your Digimon gain rush.
Jesus, this new Sistermon is this new Sistermon has something going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you play this guy. You might. I guess.
I think it can help extend. Like if you don't have the memory, you know.
Yeah, it could definitely replace the BT13 Huckmon potentially. It would just depend.
Yeah.
It's obviously not replacing BT6 Huckmon though.
Right.
Nothing's
Just
replacing
another
that.
option.
Yeah. Then we have Sistermon Seal Awakened. They're gonna have to fix this card because it should have rule trait also treated as a virus type. Because this is supposed to be Sistermon War Awakened.
Right, because that's what the other one says as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Going off her whole midriff.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. So this is...
means we get a nice peek at underboob.
Yeah. Trash all turns. When any of your Digimon are played, one of your Sistermon Seal may Digivolve... Sistermon Seals, may Digivolve into this card without paying the cost. On play / when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until the end of their turn. End of all turns. Place this Digimon's top stacked card as the top security card.
What?
This is the first Awakened card that I've seen that I could potentially see myself putting in the deck as like maybe a one of.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice because it has a really good stun effect. It's an on-play and a win Digivolving, and then it just recovers itself.
Yeah.
And its all turns is also, like, it's a trash all turns, which is, like, really solid.
Yeah, the stun effect is really strong. The end of all turns would only happen if you had something underneath this Digimon. If it doesn't have any sources, it wouldn't do it.
Yeah. It's really nice too because it's a puppet trait, so that's also puppet.dex support.
Oh my god. The good version of Cinderella. Just the rookies and sisters and the tamers.
Yep.
And Edamon Aces.
Okay, pretty good reveals, honestly. I'm tentatively excited for the Examon. Let's see if they find a way to also give it taunt with Slayerdramon again.
I mean, they literally don't need to. They already have those cards.
There is literally already one.
Yeah.
Give me another.
I feel like they should just get rid of that Slayerdramon. I don't like my opponent being able to ace me
for free?
For free, and it just being built into their deck. Like, and there's no way to play around that because it's a sort of main phase effect.
This is coming from the guy who's like a big fan of Edamon too, by the way.
You can play around Edamon.
Yeah.
He can at least has counterplay. You can play around that by just not having anything in the battle area. Slayerdramon, if you promote, if you have anything on the field at the start of your main phase, you just get touched. Stupid. Comment questions. RDD48, happy holidays. By the way, the translation guy is already choking. Heavy Metal Ace plays for free on the Japanese card. Please, Bandai, send him help.
Yes, please do.
Please
send him help.
Please give that guy a raise and more people.
Let him see his family.
Yeah.
He's been locked up in the basement. He just has a little tiny desk and one little lamp. He's run out of ink in all of his pens. He's having to use his blood.
Oh my god. Thomas Levine would love to know how Brandon feels about Melga with the LM stuff. I've had a lot of fun with Gabubon, Ace, and Blue Scramble at my locals. Leave the mats unsuspended and scramble out Gabu X to tap mat and gain memory, then unsuspend and do it again. I've gone undefeated and even won against some of the toughest matchups like Angels and Ace decks like Omni. Fun stuff.
I have been cooking with it. I've got like a list I've been like tentatively working through on my phone, but I just haven't thrown it together yet. I've been having a lot of fun with the Ancient Omni with the scrambles, but maybe that's something I can throw together in the next week or two.
That is pretty ignorant, being able to trigger the BT15 mat multiple times in one turn.
Yeah, because start of turn is before you unsuspend.
Yep.
Fun facts.
It's stupid. I hate it.
I mean, hey, I'm here for it.
That's ignorant.
That probably means I'd have to play the BT5 Gabu just so I could confirm add a card to hand, and maybe Drabumon to go along with the Gabu X's.
Alright, this has already been too much Gabumon talk that I'd like.
You can play the Baltmon out off of the Nightmare Soldier level 7 because when you DNA play 10 total play cost of Nightmare Soldier Digi from trash, but yeah, it kind of hurts no one play. That's Fa 280 Intum Phantom. SE Marth. Hey Sean, what are your thoughts on Magna Vaccine? Haven't seen it top in a couple of months.
Because they killed it.
Yeah, Bandai kind of ruined the fun. If you want to play Magna, I personally think the best version right now is the Pyodramon version. However, people apparently just aren't playing that, or they're just not doing well because the armor variant is what is topping. If we ever get TK back to 4, I think you could still play it even with Awakening at 1. But with a TK at 1, it's just... you're too slow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Benjamin Wiseman, 6567. Don't you think the new Genku X is overpowered? I'm surprised that wasn't said when you discussed the card. Think about it. Your level 5 will play a Sistramon. Genku will play Sistramon. Genku X would give the whole board protection from Digimon effects. And then Genku X will go into Justmon X and probably take 3 security. The next turn, unless the opponent has really good option card removal, he won't be able to respond. And the Genku X player will be able to just swing with his bodies for game.
Damn, that hand was pretty damn good, huh?
I mean, that's literally how any Justmon turn happens whenever they pop off on you. I'm going to check a lot of your security, answer this board, or lose immediately.
Yeah.
Let me read Genku X to see exactly what he's talking about.
The protection. Because depending on how the protection is, it could have flaws.
There's always been a problem with Justmon, though. We've talked about this. You have to play the Sistramon cards, and sometimes they're just hard bricks.
Yeah. I mean, that's whatever. You know what answers that board? Edamon plus Ace.
Yep. Unironically.
Yeah. Even though
Examon.
yeah. Even they're immune to Digimon effects until the end of your turn, you can still Edamon them, and it persists, so it would still affect them at the start of their turn. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Like, I think that's how Justmon is always going to be, is like answer this board or lose.
It's one of those protection effects where as soon as it wears off, they're just wide open.
Yeah, they can just get Ace on the next turn.
Yeah, you won't be able to ace them the turn he comes out. I mean, you could, but like you're not doing anything.
Yeah,
it would be a quote unquote bad play. But hitting them with it the next turn, just as good.
Adaptive Reasoning. Since you asked, my channel is Digimon Development. I posted a bunny list as that channel here a long time ago. I like making project decks. Not meta, but they're doing their best. My next video is going to be Tyrannomon once EX8 comes out and I get the cards. I realized it could actually be a Ragnarlord Turbo ramp deck by using the BT17 Agumon Dynamon and the BT11 Rusty plus a prayer or 3. Your old Wargrey Dorbic deck inspired me. I did build it back in the day. It was fun. It was fun.
Listen, all I'm saying is I've been checking out the meta overseas.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
And that Tyrannomon deck It tops a lot over there. That new Dino.
You do realize Japan posts the results from 3-person locals, right?
It doesn't matter.
And that's not an exaggeration.
I know. I just see that deck a lot.
That's
and I'm
like
us,
you know us three going into a room, and whoever comes in first, they're like, posted dude who came in first.
It gives me hope. I see. Anytime I see that deck, I'm like, yes, hope.
I think you misspoke.
Yeah, misspoke.
Hope, same thing.
As far as Nume goes, after further testing, if you think you might face purple hybrid, for the love of God, find room for a couple of Venus. You can probably cut the Waru and a Valk for them. Venus is still a very good card. So dumb.
It's a very good card.
Lil Nubs, thank you for being a channel member. I don't think Pokemon had the first Sword Dog. It was probably the Soul series or Dark Souls 1. Great Grey Wolf Sith. Great content. Big fan of the pod. Hope the crew has a good holiday. Thank you. I hope you did as well.
I'm sure we can go back and look at a bunch of different things, and there's wolves with swords somewhere.
I think it's probably from like an old mythology thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not an original thing.
Yeah. I mean, I literally saw a video the other day where a dog, their owner, like, pretended to die, and the dog just pulls a knife on the owner.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that knife, but he got a knife. So that's a dog with a sword in their mouth.
It is. Hunter5364, about the card Protag Impersonator. He absolutely plays bad decks. He's been playing bees lately, and if it wasn't bees, it's Susanoo Hybrid. Playing with him is a toss-up because it's either really fun or really obnoxious quick. He has a tendency to talk trash to people, though. It's weird. So, I mean, you have to talk trash if you're being a Protag. Yeah,
I just assume with the B deck, once he starts comboing off, he just goes, "No, not the bees, no!" You know, like he has to, right?
Yeah.
No. The first mistake in that sentence was comboing with bees.
Yeah, there's no combo.
You're right. I'm sorry. He's just playing the deck.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said that I've never said "draw your last pathetic card, Yugi boy," to someone.
Always. Did you also follow it up with "Ooh, Kaiba boy"?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should try that.
That's not as fun to say.
Have you ever seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
Oh,
okay.
I'll have to find that clip and send it to you.
Oh, Sean, by the way, you need to watch. You haven't been watching Dragon Ball Daima, have you?
No, it's not dubbed yet, is it?
No, but
then I'm not gonna watch it.
You need then you need to stay away from spoilers.
Yeah.
Something happens in this latest episode, and it is white height.
Yeah, surprisingly, I haven't really come across any spoilers on any social medias that I've been scrolling. Like, I see screenshots occasionally, but they don't say anything about like what's going on in the show.
This is a pretty obvious one. You see it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's what this is."
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things where if you see a screenshot, that itself is a huge spoiler.
Yeah, it is a spoiler. Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
I just know because you'll like it. Just know.
I like that you keep dancing around it, giving me vague hints while telling me I shouldn't be spoiled.
Yeah, no spoilers.
He does that a lot.
You're both doing it.
Shut up, Brandon.
You're also guilty.
Yeah.
He does that a lot. I'm very, very clear of never doing that.
I mean, you're both doing it.
I'm just saying, stay away. Just stay away from.
Okay, stop talking. Spoilers. Stop saying anything about it.
Yeah, Brandon, shut up.
Nah, you don't understand. I'm gonna go on a tangent. This
man, Jesus,
messages our group chat. Not the one you're in, John, obviously. And it's like, obvious? Oh my god. Well, anyway. So he messages our house group chat. Okay. It's like, oh my god, I just saw a spoiler for something. It's so cool, like it's so bad. Like I can't believe I saw this spoiler. So everybody was
pissed.
Like, "What did you see a spoiler of?" And he's like, "I can't tell you what it is. If I tell you what the spoiler is from, it's gonna spoil the spoil."
Yes.
No.
Literally, you and Josh both would have understood it because we know what's. Yes, you would have, Brandon.
No, we didn't.
I'm telling you.
You, with all the information, obviously would be able to lock in on it, us with zero information.
Okay.
I would
wouldn't be like, oh,
I would
it means
prefer he err on the side of caution if it were me and I was trying
Thank
to avoid
you.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where we were in the show with what was happening in the show, there were only a few little things that I could imagine someone connecting a massive spoiler that I would have been upset seeing could happen. And I didn't want to even say what the what the show was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you a punk. You don't even like that character.
All right. Anyways, continue.
Okay. That one Larry dude. On the Takamiki question, with Scramble, you only need a single Scorblucci and trash your hand to climb the whole way. Because even if the op passed to you at 1 and you have no Cracker Fang or Scorblucci in hand, you can still just stack Scorblucci, then play Luga. Then AG goes to 2, Evo into level 4 goes to 0, then Solugar, pitch Scorblucci, full combo. That is true, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
That deck is whack.
That's so stupid, dude. They need to do something about it. It's ridiculous that it's allowed to exist.
Just think about that sentence you just said. The op, cracker,
Cracker
Belucci. Like, what are these words? Golly.
I do not make vids yet. New Jesmon GX can be used in Magnamon X armor since the level 4s are also Royal Knights.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, but you could also use the old GX and Magna armor because of the same reason. They're Royal Knights. And you do sometimes see GX as a one-of in Magna armor. That one Larry dude. Oh, I think I know what Ben is cooking since Mirage is hard counter.
No, you don't. Also, it wasn't Ben cooking. It was Josh cooking.
It's funny that someone was like, oh boy, what is it? And he said, not telling. At least not here.
Not telling.
Goatboy TM4676. She on me on my game till I podcast.
What? What?
A great first comment.
What? What was the username? Goatboy?
Yeah,
Goat
Goatboy.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like greatest of all time boy, not goat as in like bad boy.
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
His little channel icon is a goat.
I mean, people also use the goat emoji to signify greatest of all time.
You've never seen the A24 movie, Sean, so we don't know.
You are correct, because I don't even know what that is.
Let's just say there's a goat boy in that movie.
Okay. Let's just say that.
Some shenanigans.
Shenaniganery.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
Gainery. That do be the last one.
Yeah, that
That
was
bro
that was the first comment on the podcast.
Yeah, that bro, like, cause I click on the podcast as soon as it gets uploaded to just hit the like button real quick to make sure the algorithm be hitting.
Appreciate it.
And I opened it, and I already saw the comment. I went to it, and it was just the first comment. I was like, bro, he hit that with the notification.
Yeah, Noti Gang. Chris watches the podcast before you see it. Or he can, I guess. He might not watch the podcast before.
Yeah, I don't like to go back and re-listen to myself talk.
Really? You don't listen to it?
Yeah. No, I'll go and like it, but I don't like to...
Just to make sure the watch time is there, I will sometimes just put it on in the background just so it doesn't, like, show early video abandonment.
Yeah.
I try to be a good friend.
I will say...
you become a member.
Yeah, become a channel
I don't want
member.
to give him money. I don't have money. What are you talking about?
Giving me and YouTube money. I get 2/3 of it. I will say, you do get used to hearing your voice, because like I used to feel the same way, but after having worked where I had to listen to my voice played back, and also just doing this for as long as I have, like you just get used to it to where you don't even think about it.
It's not my voice. I just don't like to hear the ridiculous stuff I say.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, not even he can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I don't watch it for the same reason. I just don't want to hear you talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there was that one week where me and Chris were literally about to start throwing fisticuffs at each other.
The audience didn't really get to see that.
You deserved it.
I cut most of that out.
Yeah,
Oh.
honestly, the fact that most of it ended up on the floor, I'm pretty sure a good bit of it was still in there too.
Oh, I left some of it in, but eventually I was like, all right, I'm just gonna cut it right here.
Hard cut it here.
Yeah, we'll just move on. For those of you watching, that was months ago, so good luck figuring out which episode that was.
I can't even remember what it was about.
It was something stupid. I'm sure you guys are.
Oh, I remember. I remember what it was about. It was about Sparkling Zero.
Sparkling Zero, was it?
Yeah.
Wow, this guy right here. They just updated it, and it's so much better now.
I don't remember what it was about either. I feel like that it was about something else, but who knows? Like I said, I'm sure it was something stupid.
Always is.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes with siblings.
Do you have any siblings?
The younger ones are the worst.
Yes, I have a sister.
Older or younger?
Older by about 5.5 years.
Dang. Do you bully you, or do you bully her? How does that work?
Neither. We're both adults.
What? Doesn't sound like sibling energy at all.
At no point did either one of us bully each other over the course of our lives.
See, that's why you needed an older brother. Then you would understand.
She is about a foot shorter than I am. For most of our lives, I've been bigger than her. So she would never have been able to bully me, and I wouldn't bully her.
So what? She doesn't slap you around a little bit, put you in your place.
Good luck.
Maybe bigger than me, boy, but I'm older.
Yeah, I'm constantly bullying my younger sister. It's great.
Oh well.
Toughen her up a little bit, you know.
And I gotta get on to Chris as often as I can as well. Yeah, I gotta make sure he knows his place. We'll be playing Warzone, and I'll tell him, hey, don't push that building by yourself. And then he pushes the building by himself and dies.
I heard footsteps. I heard them. I have to go in.
That's no. What?
No. They're just watching the.
You gotta go in.
Why?
I gotta go in.
Why would that be your answer to the I hear footsteps?
Because I don't want them to be alive anymore. Sean, you don't get how boring it is. Just sitting, because Brandon's loadout is it's so dumb. I hate it. He runs with an assault rifle and a sniper rifle every match.
Okay.
So do you know what 80% of my match consists of?
You pushing buildings by yourself and dying?
No, sitting there, and just Brandon just snipes at people while I do absolutely nothing. Do you know how boring that is? Even if I bring a sniper, just sitting there is so boring. I like to be active.
Yeah, you're trying to get that dopamine.
Exactly. I'm trying to get into gunfights.
I want to get into the gulag ASAP Ferg. Kill me, please.
No, this dude!
I want to fight for my life.
I dropped like a second behind him, and I get into a gunfight with this dude. I haven't even looted yet, and I've got my pistol. I cracked the guy, but he's got an SMG, and so he downs me, and I'm like, help, help, help. And Brandon then waits till he kills me, then kills him, and goes, yeah, I just watched.
I had a fully built gun, and I was just like, this is fine.
Man. He's like, I just wanted to let you get your gulag out of the way. Like, what do you mean?
But then you won't be as risky in later.
That is true, yeah.
No, I'm gonna be just as risky.
You'll value your life more potentially.
Yeah.
No, because I know this dude will buy me back. Hey, get me back.
When I play Warzone, I play to my strength. My strength is I hit clean sniper shots, and I'm okay at the medium range. All right. If we're in close range. Even if I have an SMG, I'm losing. I'm losing 9 times out of 10. I'm just not him. Yeah. Now, I'll hit some clean snipes. I'll hit some good shots. Like, I hit those. But then, as soon as we're close range, I don't go in the buildings. I don't go in them. I won't do it. The one time we both pushed a building together, I had an SMG because I was like, I'll play more with Chris, So I had an SMG and an AR. I went in that building, and this one dude, by himself, wiped both of us. Both us.
Both of.
Of course, Chris died first, but it's besides the point.
Yeah, of course. He probably
because I'm the van. No, Brandon just lets me go in first. Right, Chris,
it sounds like you want to go in first, though. I don't believe that Brandon is making you do anything.
No, anytime we do anything, I'll turn around and Brandon's behind me. He's just like, "Hey."
I would also use you as a meat shield.
We going?
You clearly don't value your life.
I have a clip. I have a clip saved to my PlayStation. All right. It is me, Chris, and Josh all playing. This is our Josh, not the Josh from Digimon. We're all playing a trios game, obviously, and I'm on top of like a tower that's connected to the building, and Chris and Josh are not. So Josh starts going, or no, Chris. Chris goes first. Chris goes through the building by himself, gets killed by a dude. Dude's just hiding in the corner. And he's like, oh my god. And notice, like 5 seconds before this, I was like, hey, guys, make sure we don't go through these buildings. There's probably some rat sitting in there. Don't go through that. So what does Josh do? He goes, I'm about to act up. I'm about to act up.
Avenge.
He killed my boy?
He tried to avenge his boy.
So he goes in there and dies too. Same guy, same corner.
Were you guys not communicating where he was at?
He hard pinged him and everything, yeah.
How did Josh still fall into that trap?
Question of our lives.
Okay.
So then I had to go.
He's also not allowed to fly plane. He's not allowed to fly the helicopter anymore.
No.
Is it because he doesn't have any depth perception?
He crashed it. We got fully kitted out. We got our loadout and everything, and he just drove us right into a light pole.
He didn't even take off. He got like a foot off the floor. Off the light.
Sorry, guys.
All went to the gulag immediately. And then,
if you were the gulag at the same time, you don't have to fight each other, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Imagine.
During the early parts of Modern Warfare 2, you could have been in the gulag together as a team because they did like a little 2v2 thing.
Okay.
Everybody hated that.
Why?
Because if it wasn't your teammate, you were relying on some rando.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's fair. Yeah, if it's not your
And
teammate.
if your rando is hot garbage, it's 2v1.
Yeah. Random squads suck is because there's a very good chance you're being paired with like a potato.
Yep. It's always that like skill-based matchmaking thing where the enemy team will be like max prestige, everybody's like super good, and then you look at your team and it's like, this is a Christmas noob. Why are you on my team? This is a babby.
It's an 8-year-old kid who just got the game for Christmas.
Yeah.
His mic is inside his mouth.
Yeah.
Mom, I want a bowl of Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
So good.
Those things are actually kind of garbage, I'm not gonna lie. I had some
I mean, you're
ago.
wrong, but it's okay.
I had some a couple months ago. They just aren't the same. I wonder if they changed.
They taste
I think you changed.
Yeah, I think
it's me.
I think it is you.
But I still like all the other cereals I liked. Like, we always got the Great Value brand of Captain Crunch with the berries. They call it Berry Colossal Crunch. I still love that. That's still my favorite cereal.
Bruh, I ain't seen you eat cereal in years.
I literally bought a box of Reese's Puffs because it had Perfect Cell on it, and I ate that whole box.
And guess what? That was years ago.
It was not years ago. It was maybe a year ago.
At least 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, because once you get a box of cereal, well, this is just tangent the podcast at this point. Once you get a box of cereal, right, I get like 2 bowls out of it, and I'm kind of done with it. Like, I just don't really eat more. Like, I get my fill of cereal.
Can't relate.
And then I just don't get any more.
I don't buy it because it's terrible for you, but cereal's delicious.
Yeah. And if I'm on the mood for it, it hits. It hits like no other.
It also helps me feel alive because, like, it cuts up the top of your roof sometimes. You're like, yeah I'm alive.
Yeah, Cap'n Crunch.
I even have some, like, cereal hot takes. Like, I actually am one of those people
You just said one.
Yeah, well, the Reese's Puffs. But I am one of those people who actually really likes Frosted Mini Wheats. Wife loves them too.
85 years old? You guys deserve each other with your terrible taste buds.
Sean says we deserve each other with our terrible taste buds.
Yeah. That stuff is so bad.
Our father used to get them, and I started eating them too, and I liked it.
You throw them in the freezer, though.
Oh,
they get real cold.
So the frosting like on them, and like when you first put it in your mouth, it does taste good.
Yeah,
but you have to chew it for so long that you end up swallowing all of the frosting, and then you're just still chewing on the shredded wheat, and you're like, "What am I doing with my life?"
Yeah, no, I love eating my little wicker baskets.
Yeah, I bet. Have you guys seen the Kelsey Mix cereal?
No.
So it's Reese's Puffs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Lucky Charms all mixed together.
Oh my god.
And on paper,
A bowl of sugar.
all cereal is a bowl of sugar, my guy.
But this is really though.
It's no worse than any other thing.
Oh, okay.
That's why cereal's so bad for you. The
Eating
glycemic index is like astronomically high for all cereal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound good on paper because, like, to me, those three flavors don't really make a lot of sense. Like, especially when you throw in the Lucky Charms.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Toast and the Reese's Puffs, you had me. Then you said Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
and
the Lucky Charms is like a curveball. But my wife bought some a couple months ago, and I had a bowl, and I was like, damn, this is surprisingly good. Like, I don't know why, but it just works. And I ended up buying a couple boxes.
I'm gonna go to work and find some.
Yeah, it was said for a limited time, but obviously you can just buy those three cereals and mix them together.
mix it.
Right.
I will say another cereal hot take I had when I was younger. I don't know if I would probably still have this. I preferred regular Cheerios over Honey Nut Cheerios.
Jesus Christ. Do you see why I bullied him while growing up? Do you see why I am the way I am to him? Do you guys see this? Do you understand now, Sean?
Cheerios, man.
Do you understand?
I mean, regular Cheerios aren't terrible, but I think basically every other version of Cheerios is better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, you got a box of Honey Nut Cheerios and a box of Cheerios. Which one you grabbing?
Honey Nut.
Cheerios.
Exactly.
Also not good for your heart.
No. No.
Still a bowl of sugar.
Yeah. It's like Chris and I, we always have this long-standing debate. The value of plain Lays.
Oh, God.
Plain Lays are great. If you just want a standard potato chip with just the salt and potato flavor, you
and
go for
oil.
Lays and oil, yes. You always go for regular Lays potato chips.
No, I would.
Now,
there is
I tell you that kettle cooked is vastly superior. Yeah, kettle cooked is great. But like sometimes you just want a regular chip. You don't want to like stuff your mouth full of barbecue flavored.
There's no reason on this God's green earth, God's green polluted earth, that I would ever grab a plain potato chip when there are a billion different other flavored chips out there.
I would never pay for a regular Lay's.
That's what I'm saying. If it's given to me for free and there's like no other chips, I'll be like, okay, this sucks.
Yeah.
But I'll eat it. But if I have to pick, if I'm like an adult with money and a job and I'm paying for my food, there's no way I'm going, oh, Lay's sour cream and onion? Lay's barbecue? No, I want Lay's original.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
There's so many original flavors of chips that are just goated. Like Pringles.
That's like saying
Pringles original is really good. All right.
Yes, cardboard. I love eating sawed off cardboard formed into a chip with no flavor.
Fritos are really good. And Lay's original. All three of those are goated.
Fritos are the exception because they're not just like a regular potato chip.
Yeah, they're a corn chip.
Yeah.
It's a chip.
I would say Pringles original aren't bad. I still would prefer like the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I going to tell you that I do this often? No. 9 times out of 10, I am going to grab the sour cream and onion. I'm going to grab the cheddar.
That's not true.
But every now and then I'm like, you know what? A plain salty chip sounds perfect right now, and I will gladly take those Lay's originals. 9 times out of 10 I get kettle cooked, but
I do like the baked Lay's.
yes, baked Lay's are goated. Bro,
Baked Lay's are good.
We stopped selling the big bags of the sour cream and onion baked Lay's. So if I want baked Lay's, it has to either be original or
Barbecue.
Just be original. I don't even know if we have the barbecue.
Man, that's one thing
We do.
Walmart does that makes me mad is they just stop selling stuff.
You know, just talking about all this, Brandon, you know what I'll do? I'll grab you a bag of Cheetos. I will lick all the cheese off and then just give you those.
I mean,
is that what you want, Brandon?
Technically, the Cheetos is the original flavor.
I know.
Cheeto
He just wants a plain chip.
No, he wants
So
the
I'll just give him-
salt.
No, yeah, you want it salty.
I'll sprinkle a little salt on there.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you replace the cheese with salt.
Can you
Right.
wash it with something that's not your spit?
No.
I'm assuming the
Yeah.
puffs came first, so I guess the puffs would be original flavor.
No, I think it's the crunchy. Crunchy then.
No, crunchy Cheetos were the first.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure.
And then the way they got hot Cheetos was the guy accidentally, tripped into some hot sauce, and he's like, "Oh, they're just that's perfect."
That sounds
No,
made
he's
up.
just talking. He's just talking crap. You know,
Yeah,
just don't listen.
definitely.
To him.
There's a
Sounds
whole
made up.
movie. There's actually a whole movie of a
Oh, then it must
hardworking
be true.
Mexican man.
Okay, it must be true.
No, there's a hardworking movie about this Mexican man who created the hot Cheetos.
What movie are you referencing?
No,
I
it's
think
an
it's
actual
called-
movie.
It's an
Oh,
actual
okay.
movie. It's called like Flamin' Hot or something
I
like
thought you were
that.
making a joke and you were talking about like
It's like
Nacho
a-
Libre or something.
It's like a movie documentary type thing.
It literally it was like there was this Mexican man who was like a janitor at like the Cheetos factory or something like that.
Okay.
He literally created hot Cheetos like that. He just came up with it.
I wonder if they threw him $1 or $2 for his troubles. Like, we're gonna
Probably.
patent this. Here's $5. Please continue to sweep our floors.
This is ours now.
Yeah, this is totally
this
ours.
This is a massive hit and like everything. Here's your severance package with an NDA. Go home.
Yeah, I don't talk about this. I don't really
All
like
right, go
hot
ahead.
Cheetos that much.
Okay, go ahead and end it, Brandon, before I have to hear one more bad take.
Okay, I'll make sure to add this to the recap. Chip. Should I do cereal chip hot takes?
Food
Just
hot takes.
food.
Food hot takes?
Sure. Do I have to spend most of the day, the next day, on the toilet after eating a bag of hot Cheetos? Sure. But I know
You
that's
need to
coming.
look-
It's worth it.
Your digestive
No,
system is soft, dude.
It's his fault. Because he'll eat an entire bag of hot Cheetos immediately after fasting. So he has nothing in his system.
I need that. I need it. I need that feeling. I gotta feel alive.
That burnt
Yeah, you're
butthole
feeling
feeling.
something. Also, Chris, I looked into it because I was genuinely curious. You remember the Oots barrel of the hot cheese puffs?
Yes.
Discontinued
Ah!
by the manufacturer.
Oh, at least
Probably
Walmart
because it was
wasn't just
costing-
like, we're just gonna stop selling this.
At least probably because it was causing hemorrhoids or something.
It's something.
You eat 5 or 10 of those things and you're done.
Oh, it's so
Jesus.
good though. Apparently, they have been replaced in certain select stores by a white cheddar cheese ball barrel. So keep an eye out for that.
Mm.
Have to go by our snack section every now and then see if we get them.
Are you trying to be like queso, Chris? Is that the look you're going for
No.
this week?
I was just really
It's definitely got
cold.
the size down.
I was just really cold.
Okay.
Okay.
I was curious.
I sit right underneath a ceiling fan and we keep the house at like 60.
You know you can turn the ceiling fan off, right?
Yeah, but then I
you
get
don't have
hot.
airflow. Yeah.
Yeah, then I get hot. I run
There has
hot.
to
Sean.
there always has to be a fan running in any room at a given time.
Yes. I feel more comfortable wearing a hoodie than I do turning off the fan.
Hmm.
You just wouldn't get it.
I don't.
You wouldn't get it.
You're
You
right.
wouldn't get it.
You're right. I admit that.
Correct.
I could have got my blanket. I could have worn my blanket today.
You could have. You chose a hoodie
Yeah.
instead.
And he chose that.
Yep. All right.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go to the
Freaking
store. and
Sean
get
won't
some
be there
anyways.
next week again.
Nope. I'll be at Nationals. Hopefully winning.
Oh yeah. So that probably means the podcast is going to be delayed. So we'll see how that goes.
It will definitely be delayed.
Yeah.
I will not be able
No,
to record it
definitely
remotely.
delayed.
It'll just be delayed
Alright.
by a couple days.
Well, just do what
Alright.
that one dude said and do like a vlog style. With
Yeah,
like,
you need to
and-
do a vlog. Just like
Just
little,
get like a-
little updates, you know.
Yeah, get a little cardboard cutouts or like little printed cutouts of me and Chris and just hold them behind you like.
Hey, this is
With Aaron Garrett.
Ben. This is where Ben's sleeping right here. Hey, Ben, say hi. Ben just with a. I don't want him to be on camera.
Here. Puts his bucket hat on.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yeah, later, man.